And we say good morning to. We're broadcasting live. We're live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, kicking off the big 3-day sale. Good morning to you. It is Friday, April the 6th, 2018. And our countdown to racing, of course, is a week from today, Bush's Beans Bowl Day at Bristol Motor Speedway. It'll be here, and we're revved up and ready to go for it, too. We'll tell you all about how you can get your final round of tickets here at Food City, and also going to be joined by Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway, coming up here in a little while as well. Also, we're going to be joined by some folks from the Kingsport Speedway, scheduled to be with us, Dennis Arnold and Nick Cole and Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway. Again, we appreciate you very, very much being with us here again on show number 724 as we're live here again at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Lots to talk about. We've got NASCAR, big weekend of racing at Texas Motor Speedway. We've got the very latest in high school baseball, high school softball, the very latest, of course, on the National Hockey League, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the obvious, the big sporting event right now that's got the buzz of a lot of folks, and understandably so, would be the Masters. And so we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well, let you know what's going on. The leaderboard is up and running as they are playing day 2 and round 2. Again, that's happening, as we said, going on again in Augusta, Georgia, and the Masters. 2 days in a row. How you doing, sir? Oh, well, I'll tell you, we're everywhere, aren't we? So, having a good day? Yeah. One of my buddies, Jim Graham, having a bebopping through here. What'd you buy me today? Anything? Anything good? I got a peanut butter jelly, so I may bring the peanut butter. You got the breads. That's good. Yeah, good to see you. Yes, sir. Good man right there. Appreciate him very much. And again, one of the shoppers here at Food City. So that's what's going on. Let's tell you what's happening at Texas Motor Speedway on this Friday. Again, Monster Energy practice starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then back-to-back Xfinity Series practices at 2:05 and 4:05. And then pole qualifying, Busch pole qualifying for Sunday's running of the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 for the Cup drivers. That'll be at 5:45 this afternoon. We'll see who sets on the pole for the race coming up on Sunday that was won a year ago by, as you know, we've talked about all week long, Jimmy Johnson. And so setting on the pole a year ago was Kevin Harvick. Again, Happy Harvick, or Freaky Friday is what they call him now. So anyway, Harvick set on the pole a year ago. Jimmy Johnson won the race. They'll go pole qualifying at 5:45 this afternoon. Tomorrow morning they'll have qualifying for the Xfinity Series at 12:10, actually tomorrow afternoon. And then at 3 o'clock tomorrow they'll run the Xfinity Series race. And then Sunday, of course, they'll drop the green flags, we said, at 2 o'clock for the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. So that's what's going on at Texas Motor Speedway. We are inside of a week. Bush's Beans Pole Day coming up a week from today, right at a week, as a matter of fact. Tomorrow, a week, will be the Xfinity Series and the doubleheader with the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300 and, of course, the Zombie Auto 150. Here is your chance to get qualified. Today is the last day. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Actually, tomorrow's the last day. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. And so we'll announce the winners on Monday. We've got multiple winners to this race. We're getting ready to send some folks right down the road here from where we are, world's last great Coliseum at Bristol Motor Speedway. So that is where we are, broadcasting live at Bristol. Again, Rick Miller's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. Also, Landon Owen at the bottom of the hour, Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Last push on this side of the race week for tickets. Of course, next week it all gets tightened down and the screws get screwed down, get ready to roll to go racing. Stopped by there a few minutes ago, and needless to say, there's painting going on and spit shining and pressure washing, and fans will start coming in here this weekend. I know it's supposed to be rainy and cold, but they're going to be coming in here in the campers nonetheless. And so we'll talk to Landon about that coming up here, excuse me, a little while. Dennis Arnold, Nick Cole, Bill Patrick scheduled to join us from Kingsport Speedway, who's off this week. They've already canceled the racing because of the rain tomorrow. They're off next week, so they'll pick back up in 2 weeks with some great racing at the Concrete Jungle. And also we'll be joined by our buddy from WLW Radio in Cincinnati, the one, the only, Dave Martin, joins us coming up here in a little while. So that's what's going on. We're here live again at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, jump in here and go. Rick's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes, and we'll set the stage for you, different sports, what's going on. And I guess we'll jump in and take a look at Major League Baseball from last night and yesterday, and set the schedule for this Friday heading into the weekend. We'll do that right after this. Major League Baseball up first here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 724. Thanks for being with us. Monday, we'll make it 7:25. We'll be at B&H Wealth Strategies in Kingsport. Tuesday, we'll be, where are we going to be Tuesday? I don't even know where we're going to be Tuesday next week. I know it's race week. That's all I can kind of focus on. Tuesday, we'll be at Max Medicine Mart. Wednesday, Chick-fil-A. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet. And next Friday, we'll park the show. We'll be working at the Speedway right down the road, doing a little PA's work and talking about Bush's Beans Pole Day and pole qualifying and all the good things going on next Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, and parking the show again on Friday of next week. So let's see what's going on with Major League Baseball from yesterday. How about it? We're going to talk to Landon Owen coming up here in a few minutes, and Landon is a huge, to say the least, a huge New York Mets fan. And so his ball club beat the Nationals yesterday 8-2. They're in first place. Jay Bruce, a grand slam for the New York Mets. Again, Cespedes also homer for the Mets. He's got 3 home runs and 7 RBIs through 6 games. Steven Strasburg was tasked with the home opener for the Nationals. Gave up 4 runs and 5 hits, including 2 home runs and 6 innings of work. He also balked a homer run in the second inning, which is very rare in Major League Baseball, but he did it. And so other winners, Red Sox in 12 beat the Devil Rays 3-2. Red Sox, again, continue to play good baseball, extra inning affair. After throwing 7 scoreless innings in his debut, Price did so again through his 14 innings this season. He allowed just 7 hits and 3 walks with 10 strikeouts. So the Red Sox beat the Rays. They're now 6-1 on the young season. They're 2-0 in extra innings. It's early, yes, but still, Red Sox fans are extremely pleased, as well as should be. Phillies beat the Marlins 5-0. Rangers double up Oakland 6-3. Rockies 3, Padres 1. Twins beat the Mariners again 4-2. Tigers over the White Sox 9-7. Orioles beat the Yanks 5-2. Pirates beat the Reds 5-2. What else is new? Diamondbacks over the Cardinals 3-1. The Cubs blanked the Brewers 8-0. Today in Major League Baseball, it goes as follows. First off in the National League one-day game, the American League, Kansas City at Cleveland tonight under the lights. Baltimore, New York. Toronto at Texas. San Diego at Houston. Oakland at Los Angeles on Friday. Then on the National League side of things, one-day game, Atlanta at Colorado. The Reds tonight under the lights in Pittsburgh. Cubbies in Milwaukee. San Diego at Houston. And the Dodgers at San Francisco. That's what's going on there in Major League Baseball. Before we bring Rick in, I don't know if you saw it yesterday. It's crazy. You know, from time to time, these opening day games, they have eagles that come on from the top of the stadium and fly down to the person at home plate. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but the eagle went crazy. This was the Mariners-Twins game in Minnesota. A bald eagle lost its handler when it perched on the pitcher's mound. Pitcher. This is, you got to go back and watch the video. This pitcher, James Paxton, standing out in the outfield during the pregame festivities. A bald eagle lost its handler when it perched on Paxton's shoulder. Not part of the pregame plan. In addition, losing its handler, maybe the eagle simply mistook Paxton for a tree. He's 6'4". He's nicknamed the Big Maple. This guy's standing out there at the national anthem, minding business, and the eagle flies right past who he's supposed to catch. The guy's supposed to catch him down at home plate and lands. We're talking about a bald eagle with those big talons, lands in his shoulder. And the place goes nuts, and they thought it was all part of it was like a shtick. Well, it wasn't. It was totally unrehearsed. Was not supposed to happen that way. And as a result, and then he landed on the ground. The eagle did. He jumped off this guy, then jumped back up on him again. Pretty crazy stuff. So, anyway, that was kind of the highlight yesterday of some kind of crazy stuff going on again in Major League Baseball. We are live here at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Again, one more time, here's where you can register, win tickets. TomTaylorSports.com. We've got 12 states represented. We'll be giving these tickets away, announcing them on Monday. Today and tomorrow is your last 2 days to register. All you need is first name, last name, and then after that, your email address, and we'll take care of the rest, and the town, of course, you're from. And after that, good luck. We will take care of the rest and get you, see who's going to win. Multiple winners to both racings. Dates will be next Saturday and Sunday. All right. So let's bring him in. There he is. Let's get a look at him. There's my man, Rick Miller. How about it? Tilt this back a little bit and get it ready, and there he is. Our store manager, Rick Miller. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm just wonderful. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great. We're ready to go racing, ain't we?
All right, we're ready.
Yeah. Now, this is one of the stores, probably more than any, gets impacted by the race fans, right?
Probably the closest store to the racetrack.
And so, got some great specials this week, a 3-day sale. Now, before he gets into that, we have until what, Tuesday? You get these tickets here? There you go. Buy your tickets, Food City for less. $50 for Food City, 500 tickets for adults. Kids tickets are $10. Of course, you get in free Saturday if you're a kid, and a $30 ticket for an adult. All those available here at the front desk, and then I'm going to move my finger because you earn 500 bonus value points when you buy your tickets here.
That's exactly right, and those are good seats. I've had a lot of people that's went to those, bought the tickets here, and they really enjoy those seats.
If I've done my math right, I think I have, you get 150 value points. When you get 150 value points, you get 15 cents off a gallon of gas, right?
Yes, sir.
So 150 into 500 goes 3 times. So if I'm reading this right, I get 3 gas visits per ticket. So if I buy a pair of tickets, I get 1,000 value points, 6 gas visits, 15 cents off every time. Let's come on Wednesdays, then I get 30 cents off, right?
That's exactly right.
So it's a no-brainer, especially on a kid's ticket for $10.
I know.
To get 3 gas visits to save money on you at the gas pump for a $10 ticket for a kid. I mean, hello. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm all over that one.
Where else can you take your kids to an event for $10?
Oh, I know someone who took them to see the movie The Black Panther the other
probably
night.
$20.
Drop $40, get in there. See 2 or 3 kids and some popcorn and a drink. $40 to watch a movie.
Outrageous.
No, not this chick. Not this chickadee. I'm going to wait till it comes out on whatever. So, anyway, it's a great value. It's good until what, Tuesday?
Till Tuesday.
Next Tuesday at all Food City stores. So, tell us about this 3-day sale. Jump in there and tell me all about it.
Oh, we've got a great 3-day sale going here this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can come in here and rack up on lots of savings. We've got picnic savings. We've got mixed pork chops. a pound. We've got Oscar Mayer meat wieners 4 for $5. Red seedless grapes $1.49 a pound. Salad tomatoes 99 cents a pound. Hot dog, hamburgers, buns 99 cents. You know, you could just really have yourself a nice cookout this weekend, or cook in if the weather permits.
If the weather's not good, there you go. Either way, it's great savings.
It sure is, and that's what I like about these sales. Lets people come in and get some extra specials and get stocked up on items. You know, if you like donuts, we've got the Kern's glazed donuts for $1.99 a dozen. Got a huge table sitting up here on the front, and every time you walk by them, it just stars you to death. It stars you to death. They put it up there yesterday afternoon. I said, I wish you'd waited till tomorrow. I'm wanting them now. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Armor treat meat, van of sausage is 4 for $5. Big stack, 130 count foam plates, $2.99. We've got charcoal for $2.99. Even got your Hostess Twinkies, Tom, $1.99.
You like Hostess Twinkies?
Yeah, gotta have
like
a Hostess Twinkie.
Oh, I like
gotta have a Twinkie.
Oh yeah.
4-pound bag of Pintos, 2 for $5. You want to cook your big pot of beans this week? It's going to be a little cold and snowy there tomorrow in places. Cook your big pot of beans and have them for supper tomorrow night.
Yeah, they're calling for sleet and snow in the higher elevations tomorrow. You can believe that, and some cold rain here, maybe some snow flurries here in the Tri-Cities tomorrow. So, tell me about the Boston Market meals.
The Boston Market meal.
I got them, what, 6 for 10?
Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, those frozen meals, frozen dinners, one of the best frozen dinners you'll have.
That's what I've been told. I've never had one.
We have these a lot when we run our sales, and they always do well because customers enjoy them, and they come back, they look for this, and they come back and get more. All kinds of different varieties, you know, Salisbury steak. That's one of the best ones. They've got the regular steak and gravy. They've got the chicken. All kinds of different flavors, different meals. It just makes a good meal. You've even got the Red Baron pizzas there that you can have this weekend, throw in the oven, cook up. You know, the kids are going to be home for the weekend. Throw them a pizza in there. It's a little selected varieties of the individual size. Good pizzas.
We're talking to Rick Miller. He's still on the screen, store manager here at Food City. Tell folks about the school bucks, because it's something going on that folks can save and help their kids' school.
And there's still time. It's never too late. You know, it'll run through the end of the school year, and they come in and register. Make sure you register for your school. You can register for 2 schools if you want to, and for every dollar you spend, they're going to get a point. It has changed a lot. You know, used to there was different items you had to buy. Mr. Smith has opened it up now. He wants to really take care of these schools, so he says, hey, anything they buy now, they buy dollar for dollar, point for point, you know, anything they buy. So it's not just certain items.
That's a great deal. And so when you pass out checks, give me some amounts you passed out last year.
Oh, we'll have some $4,000 and $5,000 checks going to these schools.
Seriously?
I have had a $4,000 or $5,000 check go to schools.
$4,000 and $5,000. And all folks have to do is come in here and shop and swipe their Food City Value card.
Yes.
And the first time they do it, they got to identify which school they wanted to go to,
They
right?
sure do. They'll sign up with the cashier, and the cashier can put that school in for you. And every time you shop, no matter where you're shopping at, whether it's Tri-Cities, Pigeon Forge, Kentucky, Georgia, you're going to get your school bucks.
There you go. And there's a book. So you think, well, I don't know what the code of the school
Oh,
is.
we'll take care of that.
Food City takes care of that. They got a book
Yes.
there. You just say Haynesfield Elementary or
Yes, sir. Voca,
Dobbins Minute or Rogers,
yeah.
or whatever it is, and you pop it in, and there you go. So it's a no-brainer. Then at the end of the promotion, which is end of April, early May, they'll tabulate it. You go back out when? September, July, when you pass out checks?
It's usually in the fall.
In the fall.
Usually in the fall after school starts back. We'll take the checks around and do our little speech we give them again about getting signed back up. We use that to promote getting signed back up again, give them the presentations of the checks. They really look forward to those checks.
We're talking to Rick Miller again, store manager here at Food City. We're live again on this Friday. Again, show number 724. Folks have laughed at us that this will never work, but it's working. And we will be at a brand new sponsor coming up on Monday, back to B&H World Strategies in Kingsport on Monday. We're here talking to our bud. So, school bucks, something else. How long have you been a store manager? How many years?
I'm thinking right around 28.
Yeah. And we always, he and I talk off air all the time about how much Food City gives back to the community, always doing something, whether it's Race Against Hunger, Disabled American Veterans, juvenile diabetes. I mean, again, Steve, Mr. Smith says, get involved in your community and give back to those who give to us, right?
That's what it takes. I mean, if you're going to, you've got to stay active in your community. You've got to help people, and people help us every day. They shop our stores. And what better way to take care of them is to give back to them through their schools. And kids need all the help they can get. We're going to help everything we can. And it's not always the schools. It's other things we do through other charitable events we do. But, you've got to give back. You've got to help. And that's what we're all here, help each other.
So what's coming up next on the schedule? Is juvenile diabetes? And
juvenile diabetes. I'm thinking, don't quote me, I'm thinking it starts next Wednesday. If I'm not wrong, it starts next Wednesday. We'll get the sneaker sales out here, get them going there, and
put them up on the window.
Cover these windows with sneakers. That's what I want to do. Cover these windows.
I had a guy on right after Christmas, a doctor, as a matter of fact, and said juvenile diabetes almost reached in this region epidemic proportions. So I got to help out, and so Food City steps up and says, we want to help out. I know at Christmas time you guys did a
Race Against Hunger. We have that coming up. We
did a fundraiser for animal shelters too, didn't you?
Yes, we do. We do that every year. And that is a real big event, believe it or not. It surprised me on how much people are willing to open up their pocketbooks and their hearts to the pets.
Sure.
And it's really surprised me. But some of the pets need it too.
You got it.
They've got to eat.
It's all right here at Food City. There's 3-day sales today, tomorrow. So sometimes you have to run in here and make a one-day sale, Midnight Madness. But this week, it's spread out over 3 days, so that makes it easier for folks to do some shopping and not be crunched.
Yes, it does. You've got all weekend to get here. Come each day if you want to.
Exactly. On this sale paper, give me the top 3 things in there. You've been at this 28 years. Give me the top 3 sales you think that you can't miss sales.
In my opinion, it's going to be the mixed pork chops for $1 a pound. It's going to be the red seedless grapes, $1.49 a pound.
I better circle them because I'll talk about them while you're gone here.
Yep. And I would say next would be probably the Oscar Mayer wieners for $5, $1.25 pack for Oscar Mayer hot dogs. I mean, that's a steal.
That is steal.
Freeze them. You got all summer. You can throw them in the freezer.
I was just getting ready to ask you. Somebody asked me this about a month ago, and I didn't have the answer. How long, and I don't know this answer, that's probably a stupid question, but if you buy hot dogs, you leave them in the refrigerator unopened, how long do they last before they go bad?
They'll be good through the date on the pack of wieners.
Week, 2 weeks?
No, longer than that. Whatever you got a sale by date on your hot dogs.
Right.
And whatever that sale by date is, if it's 3 months from now, those hot dogs are good in your refrigerator for 3 months. Where else is it going to be? It's going to be in somebody's refrigerator, in a freezer, or a walk-in cooler somewhere.
There you go.
As long as it's refrigerated, it's going to be good through that sale by date.
There's the key. All right. So somebody asked me that. I said, I don't know. Next time I get to Food City, I'm going to ask. And so you got to answer the lucky question.
Any kind of sale or use by date that's on a package will last in your refrigerator to that sale or use by date.
There you go.
Because if it's not in your refrigerator, it's going to be some warehouse in a cooler.
In a cooler. At the proper temperature.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Tennessee football. What do you think? Pruitt he's changed the whole dynamics.
Oh, he's after him. He's after him. I mean, he's took the music away from him.
Took the music away.
He's getting down to business.
The media gets 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
They'll ask about Rick Miller and Tom Taylor. Says, I'm not talking about Rick Miller. I'm
talking
about my
team.
Talking about the team.
It's team.
I'm talking about my individual players. This is, he spent some time around a guy named Saban. That's exactly how they do it down there.
Man knows how to coach.
I'm telling you, I've said this.
Man knows how to coach.
If the Tennessee fans will leave him alone and let him get it rolling, and I think it's already starting to get it rolling. Get that guy transfer in from Stanford. That'll give you some immediate help at quarterback. The graduate transfer, Christ. And you got the running back coming in from Michigan State. Graduate transfer. They need help at running back. Kelly's gone. Stopped going to class. Gone. That's the other thing, too. We are going to class now, Tennessee.
Yes.
Oh, there's a new sheriff in town.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. But, again, patience, Tennessee fans. You got to let this guy get it rolling.
Another thing I like about what he's doing is the cross-training. He's taking these kids and, working them in different positions teaching them how to do different positions, not just one position. So you're gonna have injuries. We all know that, and that's plagued us in the past. But if you've got some kids that's ready to step into that spot, that's played that position, it's a whole lot easier transition than somebody that don't know what's going on.
There you go. Look up in the camera and say hello to my buddy up in Cincinnati watching the show, Chip Pratt. Will you say hello to Chip Pratt?
Chip Pratt. Hello, Chip Pratt.
Hello, Chip Pratt in Cincinnati. One of my buddies, and he watches the show just about almost every day, some when his work allows him. So, hello, my friend. I appreciate that very much. And got some folks coming up to Kingsport Speedway in a few minutes talking, and Bristol Motor Speedway talking. And
I wonder if Chip ever listens to WKRP in Cincinnati.
WKRP in Cincinnati. Was that not a great show?
Les Nessman, the Silver Sow Award.
That's right. The Silver Sow Award. Les Nessman.
As Lord is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
That's the greatest episode ever. The Thanksgiving promotion. Mr. Carlson came and said, and then last night I did a live broadcast in front of the grocery store going, oh my gosh, it's busting the windshields. There's chaos on the streets. Run for your life. He's driving these frozen turkeys out of the helicopter, busting windshields. Mr. Carlson.
God is my witness.
God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. I'm going to watch that tonight, and you're on it. I've got it on DVD. That's a great one. And, of course, Bailey, what was Lonnie Anderson's sits up front, secretary? I can see her, obviously, but I can't remember her name. There was the other girl name was Bailey. There was Travis was the program director. Venus was the overnight guy. Johnny Fever was the
Les
guy.
Nessman.
Les Nessman. What was Lonnie Anderson's name in the show?
You think we would know that, wouldn't you?
I would think I would know that. It wasn't Lisa. Jennifer. There you go. So Mr. Carlson. Oh, that's a great show. Classic.
Big guy.
The big guy. That's what you are here, the big guy.
Oh.
So, the little girl over here when I first got her, I said, would you see if my daddy would come up and talk to me? She said, Rick's your daddy? I said, oh yeah, he's the big guy. He's my daddy. She said, really? I said, no, Lord. I'm probably old enough to be his daddy. So, love this guy. Chip Pratt said, hey guys, there you go.
We don't have no turkeys flying, but we've got a 3-day sale.
That's a great way to end it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Again, one more time, here it is. We got 12 states represented. We got qualifiers from 12 states all the way to California, to Pennsylvania, to Florida. We can put your name in the hat today or tomorrow. We're giving away tickets. Ohio, Tennessee, North Carolina. Had the list. Do I have the list here? I had it here yesterday. I'm going to pull it out. Is it right? Anyway, I get it. Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio. Anyway, we got room for you is the bottom line. We've got 12 states represented. All you have to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest. First name, last name, email address, and town you're from. That's all you need. And again, I will not sell it out to some kind of marketing firm. It's not going to happen. So once we pull the names, we shred it. So don't worry about it being put out to some PR place or whatever. All right? Quick break. We'll be right back for our dear friend, our buddy Phil's Dream Pig. Going to be there today. Get me a little baby back ribs and some pulled chicken at Phil's Dream Pit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. We'll come back with more Food City and the Volunteer Parkway and the Food City Friday on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the dream packs at Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these dream packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. We can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the dream packs it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a dream pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too, and have folks from church serve it, and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
And all this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live again at Food City in the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol on this Food City Friday. And let's pull back up camera 1. And there it is. So we're going to take a break, tell you all about Sprint. If you're here in the area, there's one of our great sponsors, Sprint. You can get 25% off any accessory in the store, any of the stores in the Tri-Cities, and you have been. We appreciate that. When you tell them you've been watching the show or heard the show, hello to Londa Whittington up in wrong camera, up in Charleston, West Virginia. Hello, young lady. Hope you're having a great Friday. You're going to have a great weekend. So I appreciate you very much. Young lady went to high school with. So I got to get up here one of these days. Seems like every time I get ready to start to West Virginia, something comes up. But when I get in that direction, headed that way, I want to look that young lady up. I haven't talked to her in a long, long time. We're talking high school. That was a long time ago. Of course, she's much younger. But anyway, Sprint, back to Sprint, 25% off any accessory in the store. I'll tell you what's really good. It's all good, but these Beats headphones, holy smokes. These Beats headphones, again, $249 regular, 25% off. You can do the math. The earbuds are $150. These Beats headphones, and 25% off that, roughly what, $55-60 off the price. Puts it under $100 if I'm doing my math right. Pop sockets, $10 less 25%. The OtterBox cases, the Urban Armor Gear cases for your phone, any screen protectors, tempered glass, 25% off. A wireless charging stand, $70 less 25%. And it's really a no-brainer. Battery packs, 3-piece magnetic organizer, it's all there available again, as we said, at any Sprint store here in the Tri-Cities. And we would encourage you to stop by, and you have been, and you have said, hey, we've heard Tom, and we watched Tom or heard Tom, can I get 25% off? And of course, you can, and you do, and that's a good thing. Tom Taylor Sports Show, again, we are here live at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Also, we want to tell you about college football. Got some games coming up this weekend. Going to wrap up the spring practice. Also, pretty interesting story in terms of the late Bear Bryant, late great coach of Alabama. His great-grandson plans to play his senior season before enrolling early at Alabama in January of next year. Paul Tyson, 6'4", 220, passed for 3,300-plus yards and 36 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions last season as the quarterback for a Hewitt Trustville team, hope I'm saying it right, that went undefeated in the regular season, made it to the second round of the Class 7A playoffs. Bryant, of course, Tyson, the great-grandson of Bear Bryant, known as one of the best coaches in the history of college football. And so, kind of neat. Coached at Alabama, now his kid's going to be going there as well. So, neat story to the Bear Bryant family. Spring football game, of course, we wrapped up last night the spring football game at East Tennessee State here in the Tri-Cities. They're done until they start fall workouts and get ready for the regular season coming up or later on this year. Tomorrow, other schools doing the same thing. West Virginia, the Mountaineers, will have a 1 o'clock kickoff in their Blue Gold game tomorrow in Morgantown. Purdue, Tulsa, Illinois, BYU, North Carolina State, Arkansas, Ole Miss, TCU, UAB, also Eastern Michigan, Wake Forest, Auburn, Utah State, Houston, Michigan State, and Georgia State are some of the schools along with Coastal Carolina, some of the schools that are, again, going to be doing their spring football game tomorrow. Of course, Tennessee will wrap theirs up on the 21st of April, along with Alabama and Georgia, some of the other schools. But that's what's going on tomorrow with the college football spring games to wrap up the spring practice session for the college football teams going through that. So 'tis the season. A lot of teams going through spring practice and kind of moving people around and kind of, let's see if this person can do that here, and just kind of experimenting and tinkering and tweaking with the staff and with the players. So that's the whole point. And you get you ready for fall practice when the season gets ready to roll later on this year. National Hockey League, the Predators capped their impressive regular season run with a 4-3 win over the Capitals last night to clinch first place in the Central Division and the top seed of the Western Conference. And so it's also the first time in history the Predators are Central Division and Western Conference regular season champions in 19 seasons of existence. They have home ice advantage throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs, which is huge, obviously, for the Predators, who won again, as we said last night. Let's run down the scoreboard from yesterday and last evening. Nashville in Washington, 4-3 winner. Predators now 52-18 on the season. Philadelphia skates past Carolina 4-3. The Penguins, the defending Stanley Cup champions, 5-4 winners in Columbus against the Blue Jackets. New Jersey, 2-1 winner at home against Toronto. The New York Islanders beat the New York Rangers 2-1 in the old backyard rivalry in the Big Apple. Florida skates past Boston 3-2. Montreal 4, Detroit 3. Winnipeg a 2-1 winner on the ice against Calgary. Edmonton a 4-3 winner over the Vegas Golden Knights in the National Hockey League. For today's action, you've got only 4 games on the ice. Buffalo skates in Tampa Bay against the best team in the National Hockey League at 53-24. Penguins at home against Ottawa. St. Louis, the Blues, skate in Chicago against the Blackhawks, and the Dallas Stars will be in Anaheim against the Ducks. That's what's going on again in the ranks of the National Hockey League for this Friday. Again, April the 6th, 2018. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we are live. Coming up, we're going to be checking in with Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Also coming up, we're going to be joined by some guys from the King Sports Speedway. Dennis Arnold, Nick Cole, Bill Patrick due to join us. Looking forward to that. And so that's coming up again here in just a few minutes as well. Tomorrow, right down the street at Bristol Motor Speedway, we've got the Over the Edge. Hello, Renee McNeil. How you doing, lady? Hope you're feeling better today. Over the Edge coming up tomorrow, where they're going to come down off the side of the tower at Bristol Motor Speedway, 200 feet up, 10 stories up. Pretty incredible. It's going to be going on tomorrow. It's called Over the Edge. And so this is a opportunity to help Speedway Children's Charities and the Bristol YWCA. And so a spine-tingling step off the edge of the 10-story BMS Coliseum Tower. So Over the Edge is a professional rappelling organization that has raised over $70 million for charitable organizations. So these folks know what they're doing. You got 85 adults brave enough to rappel from the top of the iconic Bristol landmark. We're going to be there tomorrow doing a little MC work off mic as far as here, Facebooking and live streaming. But again, you can go to speedwaycharities.org and get signed up. Even now you can do it. Of course, it costs to do it. It's a fundraiser. And so that's coming up tomorrow. We'll be there from 9 till noon outside of turn 2, turn 3. They'll be up on top of the tower, coming down on the side. One of those, part of the promotion is, one of the angles is called Toss Through Boss. And so Jerry Caldwell, the head honcho of Bristol Motor Speedway, will be coming off the side, rappelling among others. Our buddy Mike Hedrick, who normally is here on Fridays doing his NASCAR segment, did it yesterday because he's traveling to get down and to get ready for the Over the Edge. And so that's going on again for tomorrow. Next week, you have the Ride of a Lifetime. That is a chance for you to ride with one of your favorite drivers around Bristol Motor Speedway next Sunday for driver intros of the Food City 500. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, Clint Boyer, and others are going to be the ones you can ride with. It's really neat. Champion Chevrolet has those trucks up there, and so what you do is when you win, you bid on it. If you're the winning bid, then you come down, they'll put you up in the truck. You ride around, just you and the driver, waving to the crowd in the back of the pickup truck with a chance of a photo op and a sign an autograph and whatever you want your favorite driver to do. It's a fundraiser for Speedway Children's Charities. That's really neat, and it is very, very, very popular. and I've seen people high-fiving the drivers. I've seen people hug them. I've seen people cry because they're just blown away. They get a chance to ride around the track with their favorite driver one-on-one. Just you and him in the back of the pickup truck standing, and they got the little thing you hold on to, and you wave. It's cool. And so that's going on right now as well. The Speedway Children's Charities Benefit Dinner will be held this coming Thursday at the Bruton Smith Building. Ray Evernham, Larry McReynolds, and Jeff Hammond will be there as guests of honor. Tickets still available by calling Betsy at 989-6975. Also, if you have a vehicle, you want to take your personal vehicle around Bristol Motor Speedway, it's called Track Labs. That's available this coming Thursday night as well, starting at 7 o'clock. Take your vehicle around the high bank. You get 3 or 4 or 5 laps, and so you can do that as well for $35. And so go to speedwaycharities.org to sign up for that. That'd be cool to take your own personal vehicle around the high banks of Bristol. 3 or 4 laps, I think is what you get, or 5 laps. Then half-mile hot laps, a chance to experience the world's fastest half-mile at race speeds. They put you in there at the Buck Baker's Seat Time Racing School. That's from 8 to 11 o'clock on Friday, this week from tonight. And that's pretty cool because you're in there with the driver and you're on the passenger side and you're right up. I promise you, I've had people ride in this car in this particular event, and you can reach out and touch. I mean, you're like this, touching the wall. It's that hairy and scary, if you will, at Bristol Motor Speedway. So that's available next Friday night. And then last but not least, they say the fastest growing participant sport in the country is cornhole. The Meade Tractor Cornhole Classic getting underway a week from today in the racetrack fan zone at Bristol Motor Speedway. Entry fee is $40 per team, includes a commemorative gift and a shot to win a $1,000 grand prize. All this you can check out at speedwaycharities.org. Neat stuff. And so cornhole, which is a combination of horseshoes and beanbag toss, and so they get serious up there with it. I mean, there's like 15, 20 boards down through there, and they're kind of doing a process of elimination, again, like horseshoes or like beanbag toss. And then the ultimate winner wins $1,000. How about that? His team. And so entry fee is $40. It's a fundraiser. Again, speedwaycharities.org is the number to call. We're live here again. As we said, we're on the road at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway. Before we go to the break, let's run down the NBA, let you find out what happened there last night in the National Basketball Association. Coach said, we are pitiful. Hello, Steve McCauley from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, going to be with us on the show next week. Coach Kerr said the world champion Warriors are pitiful. Good reason he said that. They got beat by 20 last night at Indiana, 126-106, got blown out. Cleveland, a 4-point winner at home last night. The Cavaliers 49-30, beating Washington. Brooklyn over Milwaukee by 8 last night. Houston, again, a red-hot basketball team, best record in the NBA. Houston, a 2-point winner at home over Portland. Utah wins by 22 over the LA Clippers. Playoffs are set in the Eastern Conference. They're all in now. Your 8 teams in the Eastern Conference: Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Indiana, Miami, Washington, and Milwaukee. Detroit missed the playoffs. Milwaukee's in. In the Western Conference, whole different story. Only 3 teams in: Houston, the defending world champions, Golden State, and Portland. And then, of course, you have 5 teams trying to get into those final 7 slots. 5 slots from 7 teams. I said it backwards. The 7 teams trying to get into those 5 slots in the West would include Utah, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, Minnesota, Denver, and the LA Clippers. Kyrie Irving, by the way, announced yesterday gone for the playoffs with the Celtics. Huge blow. And so he's out with knee surgery, and he will not be back for the Celtics. They've shut him down for 2018 with the playoffs, which obviously is a huge, huge blow for the Boston Celtic basketball team going forward. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. Who's in here? We're ready to go. Who we got? Nick Cole's in the house. Nick Cole's in the house. Bill Patrick's in the house, and we're in the house. We'll be right back right after this. We're live at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway, show number 724 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Our great sponsor at Sprint, giving you a chance to save at all Sprint stores across the Tri-Cities. When you go into any Sprint store and say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, they'll give you 25% off or a fourth off any accessory in the store. That would include Urban Armor gear cases, OtterBox cases, any screen protectors, tempered glass, 25% off. Wireless charging stands, pop sockets, tablet cases, wireless chargers, battery packs are all 25% off when you say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball. Also, Beats headphones, both the headphones and the earbuds, 25% off when you say you heard the show. Also, three-piece magnetic organizers, battery packs, tablet cases, JBL portable flip speakers. It goes on and on. Anything accessory in the store at any Sprint store in the Tri-Cities, say you heard the Tom Taylor Sports Show and or Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, and save 25% off today. We're back again we are live again at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway. Let's get you right here. Doing 22 things at once here. There he is, Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. Hello, Betty Perry. How are you, young lady in Elizabethton? Hello, Bill Patrick. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate you driving up here as you do each week from your day job and want to talk a little NASCAR with us. In this case, Kingsport Speedway. We were there for a little while last week before we had another commitment we had to go to, but there's some great racing up here last week.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome racing.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It was fantastic. You couldn't ask for a better day of racing. If you missed it, you missed a really exciting time. Fans really got their money's worth, I think, in all 5 classes of racing. It was a lot of rubbing and a racing. So it's the old short track as we know it. If you go away and you didn't get excited, then you must have been asleep or something over them loud cars.
Oh, yeah. We got up there and got a chance to watch it, me and the little people, and we loved it. So, Modified Street, Royce Peters won that one. I guess that's the one I saw first. That was a Crash Fest, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one Nick was in with. Royce Peters won that one, but it's hard to say who was going to win it. Rusty Clendenin was coming on pretty strong there, and somehow he ended up in the back. He got spun. Trey Lane had a strong car that race, and then he got spun around on front. Dennis Deese, he hit the wall pretty hard there in the front straight, but he's okay. The car's not, but he is, and hopefully he's going to get it straightened out where he can get it back in there.
Well, folks I had with me started war hooping 63. Well, that's the one that had the front fender bouncing off of it, ripped off the front.
Yeah,
oh,
that was him. That was him.
Oh, they loved that. They said, woohoo! They started cheering, war hooping, so you've got 2 fans now. Simply because you were driving around with the fender flapping. They said, we like him. I said, okay. So Nick Cole finished second, Royce Peters first, Nick Cole second, Kevin Wolf third, Chris Tunnell was fourth, and Rusty Clendenin fifth in the Mod Streets. Pure fours yet last week. Kenny Absher, Bruce Crumley, Brandon Sutherland, Todd Duff, and Ben Barker. Absher wins that 30 lap in the Pure Four. That was a good race to do.
Oh, that was a hard race. I mean, them boys run 30 laps. I mean, they were side by side, bumper to bumper. We only had one caution flag in that whole race, so they were putting on a show. And Kenny got him on with about 4 or 5 laps to go. They run side by side for a lot of laps.
Here's what I like about Kingsport Speedway. I didn't know this till I got up there, but they don't race under caution. It's got to be green flag racing. The laps only count when you're racing. Unlike NASCAR, the big tracks, you can get clicking off laps under caution. No, not at the Speedway. It's got to be green lap racing, I thought. And I like that. You really get your money worth.
We go to the lap, the last completed lap for the lineup to come the next time. And it's not how you cross the line on when the caution comes out. You go back to the last full green flag.
Mod 4 30-lap event. Brad Ball won that one. Dennis Arnold second. Kevin Cantner third. Mike Brooks fourth. And Zach Fritz finished fifth. Tell us about the Mod 4 race.
Kevin Canner come from 3 laps down and come back and finish third. But that was another good race. It was Dennis and the winner of that one. They went at it all day long. And then Kevin, he got 3 laps down, but he kept getting the lucky dog and got back up there on the lead lap and got back to third. If they'd have had a couple more laps, I believe he'd have given the 1 and 2 all they wanted.
The last one, not the next last one, Pure Street. Rob Austin finished first race of the season. Joey Sykes second. Jay Swecker third. Kevin Darnell fourth. And David Strong fifth. 25-lap event in the Pure Street. That was beating and banging too, wasn't it?
That was beating and banging. Rob Austin and Sykes was going at it there going into turn 1. They both was trying to get the same piece of real estate, and both of them ended up getting spun around, had to go back the field, and they could still come back and won. So that one was exciting too.
The racing tomorrow's been canceled because of the rain coming. Of course, next week they're going to be off anyway for Bristol, and so they'll pick back up in 2 weeks, which will be on the
20th.
On the 20th.
And when we go back, it'll be Friday night under the lights.
Ready to roll. Loved it.
Especially if it's a full moon. You talk about.
Yeah. There's a great crowd up there too.
I always like to tell Ronnie over the radio, look up, Ronnie. I ain't looking up there because it always gets exciting with the full moon.
You know, the front grandstands look like me pretty full. The back grandstands are probably half full. The tier parking was jammed up, and it was a great crowd. And you had a celebrity in there. Trevor Bain came.
Trevor Bain come to watch his little brother race.
Excuse me.
And Brad Teague was up walking around in the stands, and so yeah, it was a good day. And what I liked was Trevor up in the stands with the fans during the race. I mean,
Trevor Bain, of course, drives for Roush Fenway Racing in the Cup Series. He's in Texas right now, getting ready to qualify this afternoon. The Avocare Ford. So pretty cool that he would take his week off to come up in Kingsport and watch his little brother race. His little brother struggled a little bit, but it's the first race of the season. But when Big Brother comes into town and he has an off date, shows up, that's great because people are all over him getting autographs, pictures, and everything, right?
Right.
That's what it's all about. That's the way it used to be.
Yeah, right? our fan base is really coming on strong. It's our crowds are getting more and more and more, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
They all getting into it. I mean, you can hear them cheering at the end and booing and cheering.
So it's awesome.
They get into it.
When somebody taps somebody else, half the crowd's cheering, other crowd's booing because their driver got tapped or bumped.
Telling them all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're jumping up and they're pointing. Not that you guys can hear in the car, but the fans are up screaming and pointing. I thought, they're getting into it. That's what it's all about. They paid their money. They should.
$10. What else?
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Love it. The Concrete Jungle. So we're off this week.
Right.
Off next week because it's going to be off anyway, but we've already called it for tomorrow because of the rain. And I talked to Karen earlier in the week. She said, I'm going to string this thing out. I'm going to make the decision so everybody doesn't start this way and have to turn around and go home. So
some of our cars and drivers will be in the Food City race night.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're going to talk about
meet
that.
Some of them.
Food City race night a week from tonight. And then last but not least, the late model. Cress Van Dyke held off Zeke Shell after he set a qualifying track record. Scorched the track. Shell second, Mike Looney third, Wayne Hell fourth, and Robbie Ferguson, we had them all on the show, with the exception of Looney, finished fifth. So great racing in the feature of the late model too, right?
Oh yeah, it's a very, very good racing. Zeke Shell and Chris, it could have went either way there. Them two were putting on a show. So it was awesome day. And like I said, every class and the late models setting a new track record. And, well, Zeke said it, and then Chris come out and beat it. So that was what they're turning that track is almost unheard of.
New track record, 14.869 seconds, 90.7 miles per hour. And Shell was, in fact, Crest was 90.793. Zeke Shell was 90.732. So a hair of his chin, he was right there setting the record too. I mean, that's getting around there pretty good. And
then they went 65 laps like that, side by side, door to door.
It's great racing. So anyway, off this week, back in 2 weeks, off next week for the Bristol race. Kingsport Speedway Concrete Jungle. Website is newkingsportspeedway.com, and I appreciate you coming up here every week. And I know you're getting ready to introduce a young man here. Who is this youngster?
Well, there's one that he took last year off. I met him about 4 years ago when I come over there as a crew chief for my nephew, and he was one of those that when I first started doing this stuff, he's one I would just kind of hang around his pits and see what he was doing, because that's the way I get my pointers on how to do stuff. So now that track has hired me, then I can walk through these pits and everybody tells me what's going on. I know what's wrong for every car about it from one end of the track to the other before I walk from one end to the other. So everybody tells on everybody. Nick Cole was he took last year off, but I'm glad to see him back. He makes for an exciting day of racing.
Let's meet this young man. We'll get him on here real quick. And again, I want to, as they're doing that, I want to remind you, you can get your tickets again. We are giving these away. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. Again, I found the sheet during the break, and I had it. I was showing Rick Miller. Now I got to find it again. Here it is. Thank you. So get back up on here, and I want to bring him back up. There he is, Nick Cole. We'll get to him. Let's hit it right here. There he is. We got 12 states that qualify for these tickets. Of course, Tennessee, Ohio, South Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Alabama, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, California, Texas, and Florida. You have today and tomorrow to register, and that's it. We'll announce the names on the screen on Monday on the show. We'll be in Kingsport at B&H Wealth Strategies. We will notify you by email. You can pick your tickets out of the will call window in the grounds of the Bruton Smith building on the grounds of Bristol Motor Speedway. We're live again at Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Coming up, we'll check in just a few minutes with Landon O, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Nick Cole finished second, 30-lap event. Royce Peters, then Nick Cole, the one my little people love because your fender was a flapping. They came up here and just ripped it off, and you kept on going, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We had a little trouble there. Royce led, pretty much the whole race, but we had a restart, and coming down the front straightaway, he rubbed me and took out the whole side of the car, so I got a little frustrated and was a little over aggressive and drove down in turn one and spun him, and it tore up the front end of the car and the right front fender, and had to come in and get that taken off. But we continued on, and then we got caught up in I think a couple more accidents. I had to come in another time to get a flat changed, and I think I come up from the back of the pack 3 times to ultimately finish second. So it was a successful day, I feel, with all the carnage we had in the race to finish second.
All the carnage, I like it. So you and Royce, I guess you can say you kind of built your rivalry from race one. It's going to be interesting all year, right?
Well, I don't technically call it a rivalry just yet. Me and Royce over the years have been racing in this division since 2012. And, Royce has spun me a couple times, and I've gotten into him a couple of times. And I don't really consider it a rivalry yet, but if it turns into that, so be it. But I don't consider it a rivalry.
Yeah, but the fans loved it. I know that.
Well,
when y'all were beating the bang, and as I said earlier, you had some jumping up cheering for you and some jumping up cheering for him. So
yeah,
and that's they paid the money. That's what they can do, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, you can't win them all, but over to your side. But I feel blessed to be back at Kingsport. Get around that track really well. Love racing there, and I've got my fans that come there, and certainly Royce and everybody does too.
What do you think about the track record set by Crest Van Dyke? That's an incredible speed, isn't it?
Wow. I watched I was in the pits and I watched it on the live timing on my phone and on my wife's phone, and I looked at her when he set that lap, and Zeke Shell as well. And I think there may have been one more, wasn't there, Bill? It's in the 14s, or there was only two in the 14s. Yeah, Mike Looney, and that's a blistering pace. I mean, around that little track, it's blistering. And but I'm glad to see it. I'm glad I was there to be a witness to it. It's pretty sweet.
Talking again to Nick Cole, see on the screen. We're live here at Bristol Volunteer Parkway Food City. So, how do you drive there? For folks out there who've not been there, you want to hug the inside wall? I mean, how do you successfully get around there?
Well, and I'd say Bill would attest to this. In qualifying, you want to be against that inside wall. You want to get around there as fast as you can. But I'll be honest with you, the outside groove was really good, and where I run a crate motor to keep that momentum up, I can drive out outside just as hard and be just as successful with it. But if when you're qualifying, you just want to let the car roll through the center. You don't want to be on them brakes very long. Let the car roll through the center and then back on the gas. But against that inside wall is the best way to go.
Hugging that wall, I kept watching all day long. These boys are tight. And when you got two or three hugging the wall at the same time, there's going to be fireworks, and there was.
Absolutely.
Talk about your crew who helps you down in the pits, and talk about your sponsors.
Well, I got to send a shout out to Kirby Gobble. He's been my longtime crew chief since 2006. He's been helping me out. I respect Kirby a lot. I can call him and tell him what I'm thinking, and before I can usually get the words out anymore, he's like, nope, not going to work. But anyway, thank Kirby and his son Joshua, his nephew Zach Gobble. Got to thank my wife April. And Jay Altman, he helps me out some. My spotter that usually shows up, his name is Shannon Price. Got to thank Shannon, and ultimately thank the good Lord for allowing us to do this. He gives when you're driving off in them corners and you're hoping the throttle isn't going to stick and you're hoping brakes is going to hold up. Just thank the good Lord for giving us the courage to do what we do and put on the show for the fans. As far as sponsors this year, I've only got really myself. I put O'Reilly Auto Parts on the hood of the car this year. That's my employer, so I consider them a sponsor since they give me a job and let me go do what I'm doing. So, want to thank O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Who's, by the way, sponsoring the race, the Cup race this weekend in Texas Motor Speedway.
That is correct, yes, sir.
The O'Reilly Auto Parts 500.
Down at Texas Motor Speedway, yes, sir.
So, as a NASCAR fan, what driver do you like watching on Sunday?
I've been pulling for Brad Keselowski since Mark Martin retired. I'm sure you noticed my paint scheme was an old Mark Martin paint scheme on my car at Kingsport. But been watching Brad Keselowski for a long time. I really like him. But this year I've been a junior fan too. But I'm also pulling for Alex Bowman, just wishing him a lot of success because he's not getting the props that he deserves driving that car.
So who do you not like? Let me go ahead and guess that one. Kyle Busch.
I respect Kyle, but I'm not a Kyle fan. I'm not a Kyle fan. I think that if Kyle would just get a little bit better attitude, I think he would win a lot more fans. But I mean, he runs second, third place, and he's I know you want to go out and win every race, but you need to your crew's back working on that car in the shop and at the track, and you need to say, guys, we gave it the best effort we did, and go home and build on that instead of criticizing a second and third place finish like he has this year. I feel like his crew deserves a little bit better than that.
That's a good point, my friend. Nick Cole, you ready? So you got 2 weeks off.
Yep.
You're ready to go on the 20th on a Friday night under the lights. Back out in the modified street with Kevin and Tunnel and Clendenin and Sykes and Chase Dixon and the little lady Hannah Seal, young lady from Clinch. She's in there. We had her on the show back in at the Johnson City Mall. Sam Hurd, Dennis Deese, the Reverend, the pastor,
yes,
Paul
sir.
Scholl. You got some good folks in that.
Absolutely, good group of cars, and me and Royce was talking about that before the start of the race. We're just glad to see the car count pick up. I remember in 2013-14, we'd have 5-7 cars show up. So just glad to see a good car count show up.
We'll have you back on later on in the season.
Sounds good, buddy. Appreciate the invite.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Nick Cole, quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Bristol Motor Speedway. No, we're not. We're at Volunteer Parkway. I'm getting ready to go to Bristol Motor Speedway and talk to Landon Owens, Director of Ticket Sales, next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications and 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. He's there. He is down the road at the world's last great Coliseum getting ready. And, of course, we're talking about our buddy Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you, bud?
I'm doing fine. I want to say hello. She just popped up. She's watching. And hello, she's in Charleston, West Virginia. Hello to Mary Ellen Malone. Hello, Mary Ellen. Would you say hello to her, my friend? Say hello to Mary Ellen.
Hello, Mary Ellen. Almost heaven, West Virginia.
You sound like Elvis. Hello, Mary Ellen. Oh, bye-bye. That's Elvis. That's good stuff. We are here. Our buddy Landon Owen, Director of Ticket Sales, you see on the screen. And a week from today, it's Bush's Beans Pole Day. And, then, of course, all the racing next Saturday and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, really. So it is here. I know you're slammed. I won't keep you very long. I know you're very, very busy. But tell us what's going on in the ticket department right now for folks to get tickets. It looks like the weather forecast is going to be sunny in the 70s next weekend, which is awesome. So it's going to be great. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, I don't know what I can say that hasn't already been said, but Bristol Race Weekend is just special. We're gearing up to welcome, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people here. We're really excited to be able to open our doors and showcase Northeast Tennessee, which we all know and love, and it's such a beautiful region, and we're just happy that we can show it off, and everybody else helps in that, of course, and opening up the restaurants and their beds and everything in their homes to make this possible. So thank you to everybody out there that helps play a part in this. We've got tickets going fast. We got tickets starting as low as on Saturday for $35 for a double header. Fitzgerald Glider Kit's $300 and Zombie Auto $150. You get both of them for as low as $35. Kids are free. They do need a ticket, so let us know in advance if they do. Save you some time waiting in line when you get here. We've got some premium parking available this year as well. If you always struggle to park when you come up here, we've got some options right next to the facility. for you. It's right in the merchandise midway almost. So get out of your car and just walk up the hill and go right in the stadium. We've got that too. Give us a call about it, 423 Bristol, and we'll help you out there. We're running low on some cheap tickets for Sunday and for the weekend in our Petty Low Rose area, but we've still got seats available. Hey, you're at Food City. They should come down and see you and get some Food City tickets. You can buy a ticket at Food City stores for $50. It's a great program that they're running. We'll pick your seat for you and email it to you. So, again, you don't even have to wait in line. You don't have to come down here and redeem it. You just purchase it in stores. They'll send us your information, and we'll send you your ticket. Tickets from us start at $70 for Sunday, and they're $100 for the weekend. Actually, we got some even as low as $90 for the weekend. Kids $10 for the weekend. Kids $10 for Sunday. 12 and under gets the kids in. Just a great program. We get some coloring books. They got some other things to do during the race. We know the attention spans of young ones sometimes isn't what we'd love them to as adults and parents, but we hope to help you out through that. Pick up a Fan Vision. They can watch it on TV in their seats. It's really a great option. We've got discounts on that too. Adult tickets for Bush's Beans to kick the whole thing off on Friday are $10. You can also stop while you're at Food City buying your tickets for the race. You can buy a couple cans of Bush's Beans and get a free ticket to Pole Day. Those do need to be redeemed here on property, so we'll do that for you at any time and at any ticket booth while you're here. But you get one free ticket to Pole Day for every 2 cans of Bush's Beans that you purchase as well. Another great promotion brought to you by our friends at Food City and Bush's Beans. Tom, how'd that go? Was that good enough? Was that quick? Oh, dang. I forgot military and college pricing. We got special military and college pricing as well. If you fit in one of those categories, military, thank you for your service. College, kids, this is a great experience. Come on down here, and we'll take care of you for that, too. I almost nailed the whole thing in one take.
I think you did it. I'm not even sure what to say, except to say, to follow that up, is that I take a lot of pride in being part of the pre-race ceremonies because we always honor our military every time we do a pre-race, and so this year's no exception. And so, yeah, if you're a military personnel, active or inactive, you have a chance to get a discount on your tickets, right?
You do. Give us a call about it. We'll tell you what the special is. And also, through the USO of North Carolina, we got a special program where we're going to provide 2 free tickets to each active, reserve, or National Guard member. Wow. So if you fall in one of those categories, you can give us a call, and we'll give you 2 free tickets to the race. And if you need any more, you can purchase them at our military discount. So we've got some special things planned for pre-race this year we've never done before. I don't want to spoil the surprises, so you're just going to have to come buy tickets to see what it is. But, man, it's going to be cool. It is going to be cool.
Yep. We've had a couple of meetings, and I know what's coming. I'm sworn to secrecy, but, yep, it's going to be good. And, of course, it all gets started a week from today. Bush's Beans Pole Day. They just re-upped their sponsorship, which I think is fantastic. That's a great testament to Bristol Motor Speedway, Landon, that these corporate folks are sticking around and continue to sign long-term deals to be a part of the racing action at BMS.
Terrific. Yeah, I mean, we're so blessed to have such great partners. Food City's been with us as long as any cup sponsor out there outside of Coca-Cola, who we're now partners with as well. Just new for this year. So if you're a Coca-Cola fan, you're going to like what you see when you come to Bristol this year. Food City's the longest running Xfinity sponsor. Bush's Beans just re-upped for another few years. They've got such a great visitor center down there. If you're ever in that area down near Knoxville, check that out. It's really cool. You can go bring a group down there. It's really neat. So great Tennessee company, great Tennessee partnership. Fitzgerald as well. They started with us a few years ago, and they've just come on and re-upped for another few years as well, and then added the drag race to it as well. So now it's Fitzgerald USA Thunder Valley National. So that's coming up Father's Day weekend. What a great tradition that is. We're just blessed to have such great partners here. I can't say more.
Absolutely. We're talking to our buddy Landon Owen. Let's switch gears because he said, can we talk about our Mets? Or my Mets? Yeah. I said, yeah, talk about your Mets. Go Mets. Yeah. Tell me about them.
let's just talk about the fact we're in first place right now, because we probably won't be able to say this in a couple of weeks. But it's neat. I love the eternal optimist in every baseball fan out there. Loves opening day, the opening week. Everybody has a chance. Level playing field, sort of, unless you're the Yankees. But look at the standings in the National League. The 3 best records are the Diamondbacks, the Pirates, and the Mets. Raise your hand if you had that after the first week.
Exactly.
Nope. Hey, the Dodgers, who are in the World Series, they're 2-5. The Red Sox are out of the gate fast. The Twins, and the Astros. So kind of status quo there in the American League. Nobody expects a lot from the Twins, but they were a good team last year, and they got some tools this year. So, man, it's just great. The first week of April, you got the Final Four, you got baseball starting, you got the Masters, and you got Bristol. I mean, what more do you need? I know we're the second weekend, but next year we'll be in the first weekend. So how about that?
Absolutely. It's great
we
stuff.
We got our dates out, and that came out too. So, yeah, it's fantastic. Let's go, Mets. Hey, Tim Tebow hit a home run in his first pitch in another minor league level. He's moving up to Double-A this year, so that's a pretty neat story. One to follow for sure. Who knows if we'll ever see him in Flushing one day, but, hey, you got to applaud what the guy's been doing. He just keeps doing it, and good for him.
I'm checking the Masters right now. Kuchar's in first place. He's 1 over. Spieth is 3 over right now. The rest of the guys, Finau, I think that's how you say it. He's 2 over right now. Mickelson's even. Fowler's even. McIlroy's 1 over. So pretty good start to round 2 of the Masters. Who do you think yesterday Drew Bedard, or Wednesday Drew Bedard's today? Mark it down. Rory McIlroy is going to win the Masters. What say you on that one? Do you agree or disagree?
I got him in my final group on Sunday. I have him. That's for sure. I said, hey, final pairing Sunday. I picked Phil and Spieth in the second to last group, and Rory and Tiger in the last group. And no one is happier right now about what's going on this morning than the guy who normally wears red on Sunday.
There you go.
It's going to be, he is licking his chops right now to see the field come back to him a little bit. And man, watch out. He might go for it today. You might see something special. It might be one of those Masters moments. But I'll have to get home early maybe to watch Tiger finish up. But I don't bet on that happening today.
No, it's a busy time at Bristol Motor Speedway. I know you're busy. We'll keep you. Thank you as always. Do a great contributor to the show. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you up there next week. And it's Bristol, baby. Can't wait to be there. I'll see you next week. All right.
Thank you, Tom. Outstanding stuff.
Yeah, good man right there. Love that guy. He's an awesome dude. Appreciate him very much, and he's a good fan of this show, and I appreciate that. And thank you. Hello to Bill Patrick. Hello to Mary Ellen Malone. April Cole. Didn't get a chance to say. She said hi, Nick. That would be Nick Cole was on a few minutes ago. Didn't know this till we went to the break. He's never been on an interview situation before. Thought he was excellent. Thought he to use a baseball terminology, hit a grand slam. I thought he was just perfect. So good job. Thank you, Nick. And again, April's very proud of him, as well she should be. Let me tell you some things going on this 3-day sale here at Food City, at all Food Cities across 4 states, of course, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, and Georgia. It goes as follows. Kern's Glazed Donuts. They're a big table of them over here. They've already had to reload them once. 12 count or a dozen, $1.99 for a dozen of Kern's Glazed Donuts. Mixed pork chops, Food City Fresh bone-in mixed pork chops, $1 a pound. That's unheard of, and they've got them going on today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Oscar Mayer meat wieners, 16-ounce package, 4 of those for $5. Misty Mountain Spring Water, 20 pack, 20 pack rather, 2 of those for $5. Red seedless grapes. Here's what I'm learning in my older age. You got to drink a lot of water. Your body is, now I'm going to do some research on this. I read it once. I can't remember what it is now, but it seems like it's an unbelievable percentage of what our body is made up of water. So you got to drink a lot of water, not tea. You got to drink water. Tea's okay, and soft drinks okay, I guess. But you got to drink water to replenish and keep your system hydrated. Everything from your brain to your bones. Your blood carries water, of course, so drink a lot of water. I don't like drinking water. Don't taste good. It's too bland. Well, you can do what I do. You get the flavored water here at Food City, and I'm a peach kind of guy. I drink all kinds of peach tea. Peach water, and some peach tea too, but peach water. So anyway, Misty Mountain Spring Water, limit 2, 20 pack, 2 for $5. Been watching the buggies go out of here with those on already. Out of the produce department, sweet red seedless grapes, rather, $1.49 a pound. The Boston Market Meals, 6 for $10, limit 6. Food Club saltine crackers, 16-ounce package, 99 cents. The Food City hot dog or hamburger buns, Food Club ketchup or barbecue sauce, 99 cents. Either the buns or the ketchup or the barbecue sauce for the next 3 days, 99 cents. Food Club pinto beans, a 4-pound bag, 2 of those for $5, limit 4 for the next 3 days. Also, you have the Simply Done foam plates, or a Kingsford charcoal bag of charcoal, or the Simply Done foam plates, or both, for $2.99. I mean, the foam plates are 130 of those to a pack. It's a lot of serving, folks. It's good stuff. Let's see what else we got on here. The 3-day sale. I give you all of them salad tomatoes, red ripe packaged salad tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Food Club pink salmon, limit 4, 2 for $3. You have Red Baron pizza singles, limit 5, 5 for $10. Value Time orange juice, a gallon of that, 2 for $5. And Excedrin extra strength, limit 4, 24 count, $2.99 with your Food City value card. Some of the specials going on now, as we said, at all Food Cities, and we appreciate them very much. Take a quick break, come right back. Got more to talk about. We got baseball and softball, and we'll tell you about that, what happened yesterday locally. We'll do that right after you hear this from Max Medismart and Champion Chevrolet on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
The savings continue the month of April at Max Medismart in Kingsport. All natural factors, 20% off the entire month of April. Products like folic acid, CoQ10, apple cider vinegar capsules to lose weight, vitamin B12, Stress Relax, which are tranquil sleep chewables, all 20% off the month of April. Easy Iron, niacin tablets, vitamin C, calcium, over 100 different supplements of natural factors, all 20% off the month of April. No coupons, no limits. A flat 20% off anytime you buy natural factors in April at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max. Center Street in Kingsport, where natural factors are 20% off the month of April at Max Medicine Mart.
Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City's huge spring sale is in full swing. We have over 600 new Chevys to choose from with savings up to 20% off MSRP. 17 Silverado 1500, 20% off MSRP with over 200 in stock. 17 Silverado HD, 13% off MSRP. 2017 Equinox Trax in Malibu, 20% off MSRP. Don't forget our Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 724. Thanks for being with us again on this Friday. Again, did we give the verse of the day? I think we did, but we'll give it nonetheless. Here it is, the verse of the day out of the book of Proverbs. Never forget my words. Do not depart from my wisdom, for it will protect you and watch over you. My wisdom and understanding will honor you and present you with a crown of splendor. Out of the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 4:5-9 is the verse of the day here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. High school baseball from yesterday. Let's run it down for you. Not a lot going on. A few games. Scienceville beats West Henderson, North Carolina, 3-0. Dobbins Minute gets a doubleheader. They beat Volunteer 9-0, then travel down to Morristown West to beat the Trojans. Final there was 6-2. South 6, Cherokee 4 yesterday. Trigg County, Kentucky beat Unicoi County 3-2. Claiborne over Volunteer 8-1. Johnson County defeated Hampton in baseball 18-3. Unaka 5, Providence Academy 4. And Union, Virginia beat Sullivan North 6-5 across the state line. And Union beat Sullivan North, and North Green over Chucky Doak 5-4 in high school baseball. Your standings: Science Hill in first place in the Big 7 at 6-0. Science Hill 6-0. Dobbins in at 5-1. Three Rivers Conference: Unicoi County 5-1, Sullivan East at 5-2 in second place. Watauga Valley Conference, you have University High in first place at 4-0, Unaka at 3-1. Again, in baseball in the great state of Tennessee. Today it goes like this. We have a game scheduled. We'll see if it gets in. They've got rain on the forecast, or on the radar, and rain in the forecast, rather, and a lot of it starting this evening. We are to play, they moved it from last night to tonight, 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. We get it going. That would be Elizabethton playing host to the Jefferson County Patriots tonight. Other games at 2:30, Science Hill takes on Benedictine, Ohio at Easley, South Carolina. And Science Hill takes on another team out of South Carolina at Easley, South Carolina at 5 o'clock. Also tonight here locally, Hampton at Daniel Boone at 6. Volunteer at Tennessee High in baseball at 6. Crockett in Easley, South Carolina tournament. Cherokee at Sullivan South at 7:30 tonight. Chucky Doak at Sullivan East at 5 o'clock. University High at Cosby at 5, and at Northview Academy at 7:30. West Green at Unaka at 6:30 tonight, and Lehigh will be in Kingsport, take on the Sullivan North Golden Raiders at 6:45 tonight. That's all in baseball. The Chop House Classic going on. That'll be, let's see, I'm trying to read this here, at Hunter Wright Stadium. Yep, Chop House Classic. 1 o'clock today. I'm trying to read through this. 1 o'clock today, Trigg County takes on Seymour at 1. Trigg County against Eastside at 3:15, and Seymour takes on Unicoi County at 7 o'clock tonight. And then at 4 o'clock at Dobbins Minute, Unicoi County plays Caldwell County. The Chop House Classic being played again in Kingsport. Softball from yesterday. Daniel Boone over Tennessee High 13-3. Gate City doubles up Elizabeth. A big win there for the Lady Blue Devils on the road. They defeat Elizabethton in Elizabethton 10-5. Cloudland 5, Happy Valley 3. Sullivan South defeats Sullivan East 4-3, and Central at Sullivan North got postponed yesterday in girls softball. Today, you have from, let me go on through the Eastman Invitational. Let's run down those from yesterday as well. In fact, I just gave you the wrong day, and I apologize. Let me give you the Thursday games. Read the wrong column. There you go. Got too much going on. Thursday, Eastman Invitational at Kingsport. Yesterday, Science will beat Rye Cove 9-2. Gate City, Volunteers 7-7. Macon East Alabama shuts out Unicoi County 5-0. Dobbins Minutes ladies beat Granger 5-1. Morristown East ladies over Gate City 10-0. Daniel Boone 3, Macon East Alabama 2. Union County beat Rye Cove 10-0. Dobbins Minute over Claiborne 12-2. Science Hill 3, Union 2. Daniel Boone's ladies over Granger 12-1. Unicoi County's ladies beat Claiborne 7-3. Morristown East over Volunteer in softball 12-5. Other games yesterday, Sullivan East beat Sullivan South in the Three Rivers Conference. It was Elizabeth and all over Sullivan Central 19-0. And North Green beat Sullivan North 10-0. So at the wrong date, and I apologize. Today, outside of the Eastman Invitational, Sullivan South will play at Sullivan North at 5 o'clock. Happy Valley at North Green at 5 o'clock tonight as well. Then you've got the Eastman Invitational starting right around 4:30, 3 o'clock, 4:30 this afternoon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pools. We'll run down some of the teams involved. South Doyle, Chucky Doak, Daniel Boone, Anderson County, Walker Valley, South Doyle, Science Hill, Cookeville, Sullivan South, Claiborne, White House, Heritage, Cookeville. Other teams involved: Macon East, Cock County. Macon East is out of Alabama. Cock County, Volunteer, William Blount, Kingston, Elizabethton, Unaka, Crockett, Granger, Knox Halls, Crockett's Lady Pioneers, all involved in the tournament. Unicoi County, Greenville, Cherokee, Knox Powell, Morristown West. In Pool 5, Pool 6, Sullivan Central, Union County, Carnes, Dobbins Minute, Union County, Morristown East, some of the teams in that one. So that all is going on this weekend, weather permitting, of course. Got some rain and cold weather coming in, and so that will affect that, I'm sure. Inclement weather has forced at least one change to East Tennessee State's baseball weekend series against VMI. Series opener will now start today at noon. It's up and running at Thomas Stadium. Start time for Saturday's games remain at 2 and 1. That might change. And so the Bucks, 15 and 10, have won 7 in a row against the Cadets, and 9 of the last 10 since rejoining the Southern Conference in 2015. So there you go. That's what's going on. Again, Bob Plummer's watching. Hello, Plum. I saw your name's in the running for tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll let you know Monday if you want them. So hello to the Bopper, dear friend Bob Plummer. We got to do lunch again here real soon. We got to get him back on, get back in the saddle and hang out with him very soon. And so that's what's going on in local sports. Again, East Tennessee State wrapping up their blue gold scrimmage last night. Mike Rader and Billy Taylor were the coaches. We hope we can get Randy Sanders back in soon enough at the appropriate time after going through the appropriate channels or checkpoints, whatever, to get back in the fold as the head coach of the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. So they wrapped up spring practice yesterday or last night at William Green Stadium with the blue gold game. And so now they'll get into the summer workout and get ready to come back in the fall and crank it up when it counts. What's up, T-Man? Let's go flying. Not a snowball's chance of I getting on the plane. I will never forget this as long as I live. He'll remember this. The morning of the plane crash, we were on the plane crash together back in '84 down in Alabama. Getting up that morning in the hotel, we were bunking together in the same room. We're getting ready, and we have airplane on the TV, just packing up, getting ready to go out and catch the van to the airport. Look here, Taylor, that's what's going to happen to us today. We're going to be in a plane crash. Oh, okay, you're really funny, Bob. So guess what? Not sure words are spoken. I don't know if he'll say that anymore. Mama used to say, be careful what you say. Anyway, he said, look here, Taylor, we're going to be in a plane crash. Oh, really? Guess what? We were in a plane crash, he and I, and a bunch of other guys that were spared because of the grace and mercy of the Lord. So anyway, hello to the Bopper. Love that guy. He's a funny guy. And we got to go back and have lunch together soon. Kind of catch up. Great guy. Great gentleman. Works very hard for the blue and gold at East Tennessee State University. We're live again at the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, Food City. Again on this show number 724. We do this every day. What do I get? I got smiles. So he's going to make me put my glasses on. I get smiles. No, I got frowns. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was a rough. Daddy used to say it was a rough patch. I'll never forget this. I won't get into all this, the plane crash, but I remember I went to the payphone and called my father up in West Virginia. It was in December. I said, hey, Dad, I almost got killed in a plane crash. And my father, he's gone now, being a Marine, said, well, Tom, buddy, only thing worse now is you get killed. So you survived. Nothing worse now than you'd actually getting killed. He said, hey, we're up here cracking nuts for the holidays. He was cracking walnuts, and so my mother could cook and bake. He said, come home when you can, son. Hung up on me. I thought, okay. I just went to a plane crash. I want to call my daddy and tell him okay. And he said, come home when you can. Click. There you go. So anyways, good time. Had a great time with going back up at Christmas time and talking to the folks. Didn't have a great time on the plane, but had a great time going up and reconnecting with the families. That's more. Usually Christmases are very special. This was even more special that particular year. So anyway, had a good time. The Bopper, thank you, my friend. And so the Buck baseball starting at noon today, and because of the weather moving everything up, Kingsport Speedway already announcing they're going to be washed out tomorrow. Our baseball game moved from last night till tonight. Hope we can get it in. 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. And so that's what's going on again in the world of sports here on the local scene as we're live here again at Food City, the Volunteer Parkway. Again, when you go by a Sprint store, any Sprint store you say, here's our great sponsor right here, say you've watched the show, heard the show, they're going to give you 25% off any accessory in the store. Any accessory in the store. They have, I got one of those Harman Kardon round speakers for your computer. Got one of those. You talking about a sweetheart deal, 25% off. They've got the Beats headphones. The Beats brand. Again, the headphones are $249 less 25%. The earbuds are $149 less 25%. You talking about putting out some sound? Those earbuds, man, oh man, oh man. Tried them in there one day, and they had already gone. The Eagles live. You listen to it. I thought I was sitting there. I mean, some really good Beats headphones. In this case, earbuds. They are 25% off. Pop sockets, $9.99 less 25% off at any Sprint store. A wireless charging stand, $70 for your phone, less 25%. It comes out to about, I don't know, seems like 30, 32 bucks, somewhere through there. I don't have the calculator in front of me. OtterBox cases. Sam Farmer said, what did he say? Zipped lips. Got it. OtterBox cases. What happened in Jasper stays in Jasper, Alabama. OtterBox cases. Samsung Galaxy, iPhone 8, iPhone 10. OtterBox cases. 25% off at all Sprint stores in the Tri-Cities. The Urban Armor Gear cases. Regular anywhere between 40 to 60 bucks, 25% off. Any screen protector or tempered glass, 50 bucks. Got them on sale, 25% off. Battery packs, tablet cases, the JBL Flip 4 portable speakers for 99 bucks, less 25%. All you got to do is go in and say, hey, we heard you talking about it. We've heard your show, watched your show. You get an instant 25% off any accessory you purchase at any Sprint store in the Tri-Cities. Just tell them you heard and saw the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and you have. We appreciate that very much. Before we go to the break, we'll go to Cincinnati, checking my man Riding Away with Dave on WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Before we go that way, we want to again show you how you can win tickets. Today and tomorrow's it. We'll pull all the names in a hat, put them in the computer. Computer's going to spit me out some multiple winners of Food City 500 tickets, Fitzgerald Glider Kit 300 tickets, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We have, as we said, 12 states represented. We're very, very proud of that. And so all you've got to do is go and put your name in the bucket, and good luck to you. We have entries right now. Before we go to the break, let me tell you about those one more time. We have entries from Tennessee, Ohio, South Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Alabama, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, California, Texas, and Florida. I haven't checked this morning, so there may be some more states. Got 12 states represented, and so there's room for you. Again, first name, last name, email address, and the town you're from is all I need. And we will not sell that off to anybody. So understand that as soon as the names are pulled, we will, again, shred them, all the names, so it doesn't go anywhere but into the old trash can. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll get you ready for Riding Away with Dave, my man. Oh, yeah. We'll do that right after you hear this from some good folks like, how about Chick-fil-A and Carter County Bank here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Welcome to the Mini Morning News Show, where we are so excited about Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis for breakfast that we've minified the news.
In real estate news, tiny homes for those who like everything within arm's reach.
In culinary news, micro food, because, small plates.
In entertainment news, this year it's all about the mini-series.
In pop culture news, mini everything.
Because, aw. All right, thanks for listening. Now go put some mini in your morning with the chicken you love for breakfast. Chick-fil-A's Chicken Minis until 10:30 a.m.
This is Andrew McKeon, president of Carter County Bank. Carter County is blessed with amazing characteristics. Natural beauty, caring people, and locally owned small businesses all make our community one of the best places in America to live. Remember to support Carter County small businesses with your purchases, because for every $100 you spend at a Carter County owned business, $45 stays here to create local jobs and support our schools. When you spend $100 at a national chain store, only $14 remains in our community. So no matter where you roam, hurry back home. Let's pull together to support local business and make our community even better.
Blackburn, Childers, and Stegall, providing tax, accounting, and audit services in East Tennessee for over 50 years. Blackburn, Childers, and Stegall, the region's largest firm, and serves individuals, family businesses, healthcare, nonprofits, manufacturers, and many more industries. Blackburn, Childers, and Stegall's Wealth Management, celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. BCS Wealth Management is a full-service financial firm, providing personal financial planning, investments, and group benefits. For more information, please call 423-282-4511. That's 282-4511, or on the web at bcscpa.com. That's bcscpa.com. Blackburn, Childers, and Stegall, proud sponsor of Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
My good friend, how are you?
Well, I'm wonderful. Of course, everybody always says, Dave, it's in your imagination. But, yeah, not too bad. Actually, we're starting to see the sun around here. I don't know. What about down in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, that's nice, but they're calling for rain, sleet, and snow down there. We got a winter weather watch down in the mountains tonight, so it seems like we're getting all of our winter weather after once we're into spring. But, hey, it is what it is, and just kind of go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Talk about going with the flow, man. Your Reds, I can't really say a whole lot about them right now, except they're in the tank.
Oh, man, it's bad. What are they, 1-5? Is that right?
Well, yeah, 1-5, but I think the big thing is I actually went to the ball game Saturday on the Kitties Day, opening day, and the weather was actually nice. It was about 60 degrees. Of course, it wasn't a real big turnout, but so I kind of watched firsthand to see what was going on, and there was that thing. And of course, it gives the Washington Nationals, and they're definitely one of the class teams in the NL. But there wasn't any timely hitting with the Reds, and it seems like that's been the theme for them so far this year. As a team, I think they're only hitting like 220, and that ain't going to win you a whole lot of ball games, even if you got some stellar pitching. And right now, their pitching has been anything but stellar. I think they've had really only a couple quality starts, and the bullpen's got rocked around. And so right now the Reds, the fans are already hooping and hollering for your pal Brian Price's scalp. But it's way too early. Hell, you can't, play 1 week of the season and expect anything either way, whether you win them all or you lose them all. But, yeah, that's going to be an ongoing story here in Cincy.
Did I read where you had like 10,000 people there at one of the games over the weekend? I mean, we're talking to the opening weekend. You got, maybe the weather wasn't too good, but 10,000 people in a 40,000 plus seat stadium, that's not a good start. And so apparently the fans aren't coming out to watch them, and they're not really giving them a good product to watch. But it can turn around. I know they got the Pirates again tonight in Pittsburgh, so we'll see how it rolls. We're talking to our buddy Dave, riding away with Dave. Now, what's the story with your Cavaliers? I saw where Kyrie Irving's out for the Celtics, so that's a big blow to Boston in the playoffs right around the corner. Cleveland wins last night. They are 49-30 now as they beat Washington, pretty good ball club, beat them 119-115. Cavs playing pretty good basketball. The Eastern Conference is set, my friend. Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Indiana, Miami, Washington, Milwaukee got that last spot, took it from Detroit. And so the 8 teams are set in the East. The West is still a quagmire. They got 3. Houston, Portland, and the defending champion Golden State. They got 5 slots with 7 teams fighting for it. So LeBron of the boys, he's the real deal. Earlier in the week, he get? Kobe's 20-point game. He's his 942nd 20-point game for LeBron. So this guy's the real deal. Say what you want. He's making his mark in the NBA, my friend.
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely been proven out. Of course, Kyrie, he was playing pretty good ball with Boston, but, his whole problem has been his health. Can he stay healthy? And, those little guards, they get knocked around once in a while when they go inside. I mean, not too often the way these teams play defense nowadays, but, with LeBron, he can go in there toe-to-toe, and he can get tomahawked, and he has been getting tomahawked now for, however many years. But he can handle it. I mean, he's a bruiser, no question about that. But, yeah, I kind of predicted to you that once Kevin Love, came back from the hand injury, that the Cavs really need Kevin Love because of his sharp shooting from outside. I mean, he was going to be in the three-point contest where he broke his hand. And, he's always good for 10 to 15 rebounds, can score inside. Now it puts a whole new dynamic on the Cavs. But, yeah, they're starting to hit on all cylinders, Tommy. And, they've got a lot of good bench players, and really the Cavs have had, a lot of injuries this year, but they're starting to get guys healthy now, and it's going to make a big difference. And this Larry Drew, he filled in for Tyrone when he was out there as a head coach, and so he went 8-1, and I'm not sure if Tyrone came back last night or not, but the Cavs have went about 9-1 their last 10 ball games, and they're positioning themselves for the playoffs. But, I mean, out of the East, there's a lot of young talent, a lot of young teams that are making the playoffs out of the East. But they're going to have to go through Cleveland to get to the championship. And, of course, over there in the West, I mean, it's going to be wild and woolly because your boy there that leads the Snowflakes out there in Golden State, Stephon, he got a twisted up knee. And so, without him there, doing the fireworks from outside, Golden State's finding it's a little tougher for them to win. You know, they got that pencil thin KD, and he's still lighting them up. But some of the other crybabies aren't playing so good without Stephon. You know, they're opening up the inside. So yeah, things are going to be pretty exciting this year in the NBA.
Well, and so I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. I want your opinion because, you know, folks I've talked to have been following the NBA say, hey, I said, who's the best team right now heading into the playoffs? Some say Toronto. We're talking about the East. Some say the Celtics, which I disagree. Some say Cleveland. Some say Philadelphia. And some say Indiana. So I would think, for me personally, I'm going to go out there and say your two best teams right now, because we're winding down the regular season, would be Toronto and Cleveland. So Cavs now 49-30, and the Raptors are 56-22. Two really good teams. I got your two best in the East. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, no, I think right now the Boston had so many injuries, and without Kyrie coming back, you know, they're a completely different team. But no, I pretty much agree with that analysis. Of course, I don't get a chance to follow the younger teams. I see where Philadelphia's been on a big winning streak, but I really not sure who leads their barrage. But you know, the one thing about the NBA playoffs, teams actually do start to play a little bit of defense. And you've got to be able to have a versatile type of team. It's not just all this, you know, run and gun and, you know, let guys, you know, drive down the middle of the court and dunk on somebody. And, you know, the scores up in the, you know, 120s, 130s, et cetera, et cetera. Teams actually slow it down and play inside and make people guard somebody. And so it's important to have a good, solid bench, which, you know, the Cavs definitely have a good, solid bench. And I think Toronto is fairly deep. And plus, Toronto, even though they've gotten knocked out, they do have some playoff experience. So I'd agree with you that those are the two top teams right now. But Indiana could be a little bit of a sleeper. They've got some good, talented young players. But I haven't followed the other teams too closely. I pretty much just follow the Cavs and watch what's going on with all the snowflakes out there on the West Coast, you know.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin again, riding away with Dave. We'll be with you tomorrow night on WLW in Cincinnati on the big one, AM 700. Love talking on his show. He does it every weekend. In the West, Golden State's not the chosen one now. Everybody's telling me the team to watch is Houston and Portland. You've got seven teams trying to get those final five slots. You've got still out there trying to nail down a playoff spot are Utah, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, Minnesota, Denver, and the LA Clippers. Those are the seven teams trying to get those five slots. Each conference has 8 teams in the playoffs. 3 in, as we said earlier, Houston, Golden State, and Portland. But again, Golden State, in fact, Kerr said last night they got beat by 20 in Indiana. And Coach Steve Kerr said, our basketball team is pathetic. It's embarrassing. So they're struggling. So, and he just kind of tells it like it is.
Yeah, you know, they get their lead snowflake out of there, and the other guys aren't such hot shots. And like I said, well, Houston, really, I think they're the team that everybody talked about right from the early start this season, that there was going to be a two-team race. But, you know, right now you got to hand it to Houston because they got a hell of a team, and plus I think they're pretty healthy. So you definitely have to favor them coming out of the West. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, you know, with me, I'm kind of like a casual fan anymore in the NBA until it gets close to playoff times. And like I say, I'll keep you closely monitor about the Cavs, but like I said, the Cavs right now are hitting on all cylinders, so I'd look for the Cavs coming out of the East, and then it's kind of like whoever comes out of the West are going to meet the King, and I think the King would like to wear the crown again this year, and I think everything's setting up. It'd be perfect for them to come back and have a real good run at winning the title, and that might be enough to keep LeBron there in Cleveland, because that's going to be the big controversy after the season is LeBron going to see all those dollar signs being waved around out there in L.A., and of course Houston says they got a lot of cash for LeBron, and come set up another dynasty there. And so, the NBA's going to pick up steam. Now, real quick, your buddy Urban Meyer's in line to get a lot more cash here in Buckeyes land, and you know, he was crying the blues when you got that rinky-dink up there in Michigan making more money than him. So they're reworking his contract to get him back up there in Saban's neighborhood. You know, the rich keep getting richer. I mean, what about me and you? When do we get in line for our raises?
I got a package of Oscar Mayer wieners down here for a bonus. Is what I got. So yeah,
I hope you
Food City,
get your full tank of gas.
Yeah, I got some salad tomatoes and a package of hot dog wieners. Is what I got for my bonus. So I see where your Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay,
I see where your Buckeyes play next Saturday for the wrap up their season. So, what Dave's talking about, Urban Meyer is going to finalize a contract today, a $1.2 million pay raise. He's going to be making $7.6 million a year. Only two coaches making more money than he would be Dabo Swinney at Clemson, and of course Nick Saban at Alabama. So, and then I saw, since you're a big Ohio State guy, Michigan backs out of their contract earlier in the week. Harbaugh says, they had Virginia Tech on their schedule, home and away, and they wrote them a check for $375,000 and said, we're not going to play Virginia Tech. We're going to pick up Arkansas State, which is a real powerhouse. So the Wolverines, I think Harbaugh's feeling some heat. I think he's going to pad that schedule a little bit. He got rid of a very, very good Virginia Tech team, got him and this is no disrespect to Arkansas State, but it ain't Virginia Tech, and it's a W, and it's a checkbook game. So I think Harbaugh's feeling some pressure up there in Ann Arbor. He's kind of redone his offensive staff in the offseason, so I think he's feeling some heat, and I think it's deserved. So your Wolverines have backed out of playing Virginia Tech, which I thought was very interesting.
Well, that's exactly right. And the thing about Michigan is they played softball, since Harbaugh's got up there. I mean, he's talked a hell of a game, but as far as going back to the Michigan days of glory, I mean, they always had a hell of a defensive team and played some hard-nosed football, whether they went on the road or they played at home, and they've gotten kind of soft. And I see where that new coach over there is taking over Nebraska, Scott Frost. The first thing he did was came over there and he cracked the whip with them, and I guess they've had a hell of an off-season workout program, and he says we're going full go here in spring football, and he wants his team to start becoming physical like it was back in the day when he played. And I think that's the key with college teams is you got to play some physical football. This thinking that you're going to live by slinging the ball over the field and running around and not being able to tackle somebody. I think those days, for the top teams anyhow, they know that you got to have a defense to back you up besides being able to score 40 or 50 points against the rum-dums. And of course, Urban Meyer, he takes pride in the defense, and they're going to have a young team, but they're going to have a lot of talent. So when you get to the bowl games and playing for the championship, you got to have a defense. That's pretty much in any sport, you know what I mean? But nowadays, you can't talk this into some of these young kids and stuff. It's all about scoring or hitting long bombs or whatever. How about your buddy out there in L.A., that new Oriental kid that's, hitting some home runs and pitching, and maybe he's going to be the real deal. I don't know.
Shohei Ohtani for the L.A. Angels. There you go. And then Stanton, how about this? Stanton hits a home run. The next night he has 5 strikeouts and they boo him. Giancarlo Stanton, the Yankee guy. Are you kidding me? The guy hits a 450-foot home run. I mean, he just hammers it out of the ballpark. The next night he strikes out 5 times and they boo him. And then he comes back the next night, he hits a home run. I'm thinking, that tells you the sports fan right there. Half of them don't have a clue they're just crazy. So anyway, tomorrow night
I could probably.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I could probably sum that up. Yeah, he hit some big home run, was the toast of the town. He probably went out there. Is that Studio 55 still open? He could have went out there and got a little bit too tipsy, and then the next day he comes into the ballpark and he can't pick up the baseball, and no wonder he's 3 swings and get the hell out of there and give me something for my hangover. You know what I mean?
There you go. Hey, tomorrow night I'm going to be with him on WLW. We'll be talking NASCAR. We got an Xfinity race tomorrow. We got the Cup race on Sunday. Then we're coming to Bristol next week. Talk about Bristol. They'll be here next week. Dave, I'll talk to you tomorrow night, my friend. Great job, and looking forward to hanging out with Riding Away with Dave tomorrow night on AM 700 WLW in Cincinnati, and I'll talk to you tomorrow night at midnight, all right?
Sounds good. America's Trucking Network. Okay, we'll see you, Tommy.
Yep, great job right there. He knows what he's talking about. Appreciate him very much, our buddy Riding Away with Dave here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours, and we will rejoin you tonight at 7 o'clock, 6:45 airtime. 7 o'clock, if we can get this one in. It is supposed to start raining here this afternoon, and so right now the game is on as far as I can tell. I've been trying to check the radar here during the show, and it would appear to be that we are going to have baseball tonight. We think. I don't know. I'm not, every time I speculate, it doesn't happen. So let's see. How about an hour by hour? It's supposed to start raining about 5 o'clock and set in and not stop. So kind of in doubt, but we'll see. 6:45 airtime, 7 o'clock first pitch. Elizabethton, winners of 3 in a row. They're 8-4 on the season, and they'll take on the Jefferson County Patriots out of the AAA rankings. And so, hello, Darius Inslee. I'm calling you here in just a few minutes, my friend, I promise you. And so we will see if we got baseball tonight. If not, we'll be up at the Bristol Motor Speedway Complex tomorrow morning, weather permitting, to do some MC work with the Over the Edge. They're going to be rappelling off the side of the 200-foot tower at Bristol Motor Speedway, including Executive Vice President and General Manager Jerry Caldwell. The boss of the place is called Toss the Boss. And so a lot of folks have signed up to do this to raise money for Speedway Children's Charities. We'll be there tomorrow morning, weather permitting. So it's all hinging on the rain, snow, and sleet in the mountains this weekend. It's unbelievable. But here's the good thing. Looking at the weather forecast for next weekend when all the race fans are in town, sunny in the 70s. Woohoo, I like it. And looking forward to being up there, again, doing some track announcing next week at Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, thanks to Rick Miller, store manager, also Nick Cole, and also our buddy Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway, and just now our buddy riding away with Dave. He's crazy. He is nuts. WLW Cincinnati, overnight guy on the America's Trucking Network, and he's on my show and I'm on his show, and I appreciate that very much. Until then, till this evening at 7 o'clock, if we have baseball, 6:45 airtime from O'Brien Stadium, Cyclones and the Jefferson County Patriots. If we get it in, we'll talk to you then at 6:45 tonight. Until then, as always, we'll tell you from Food City, Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.